important additional announcement, though, in relation to that matter. Whilst the curfew comes off, that tonight's the last night, we have decided that a new fine, a penalty almost to $5,000, just less than $5,000, will apply for any unlawful outdoor gatherings or indoor gatherings. Victoria Police, the Chief Commissioner himself, will stand up tomorrow and go through some of the detail of this. But it mirrors the arrangements we've put in place for people travelling to regional Victoria and potentially taking the virus with them without a lawful reason. So if you're having a party at your house, that is not lawful. That puts everything at risk. And if a call's made to the police assistance line, and there's been many of them over these months, or if police are out on routine patrol and there are an inordinate number of cars parked out the front of your home, then you may well get a knock on the door. And the penalty will be no warnings. There'll be no $1,652 fine. It's almost $5,000. I can't make it any clearer just how serious this is. We are so close, so close to beating this thing. And it is just not appropriate to be going and visiting friends, to be gathering in car parks or wherever it might be. All the stuff that we saw some months ago, and we have seen to a lesser extent in recent times, that puts everything at risk. It puts everything that Victorians have done at risk. And Victoria Police will speak tomorrow in very clear terms. This is a very significant penalty. We don't make this decision lightly, but if no one has the right to put everything that Victorians have done at risk by going and potentially spreading the virus one family to another. Just finally on that point, I know people want to go and visit friends. I know people desperately want to be able to have that fundamental connection with friends and family. I get that, I understand that. But what I also understand, what I'm completely clear about, and the evidence is irrefutable, the home environment is one of the most risky environments. It is how, when people let their guard down, when there is a degree of informality, there is no distancing, there's not the cleaning at that kind of industrial level, that's when this virus gets away from you. And one big family or a small family visiting another and another and another does nothing but potentially spread this virus. Let's not have that happen. We are so close to defeating this thing. We've just got to stay the course. We've just got to get this job done. And I'm determined to do it, and I think the vast majority of Victorians are as well. In terms of these matters, the curfew and other matters, all of these matters come from the best of public health advice. It was a late night last night, very early morning this morning. That's the nature of these things. Having the most complete picture before you make decisions that can't be undone. We don't want to have to take any backward steps in this. And that's why these are steady and safe steps. Not as much as everyone wants, but it's what we can safely do to get the ultimate outcome. And that's that COVID normal Christmas. Again, I'm so proud of every single Victorian for everything that you're doing. And now I'll throw to the Chief Health Officer to speak to those decisions and that advice. And then I think that'll be fairly brief. And then we're going to ask Alan to come forward and take us through the modelling. And there are a number of different modelling projects that have been undertaken, including that research I alluded to in relation to younger kids and the relative safety from an infectivity and transmission point of view, which sits behind our primary school decision. And then we'll, of course, be happy to take any and all questions that you have.